How's it going, guys? My name's Rob.
And I'm Sergio, and we're going to be doing a live reaction to The Little Mermaid that dropped from this point of recording a day ago.
Yeah. And then we'll give our thoughts and opinions about it afterwards. So, here we go. Three, two, one, go.
All hands on deck! Abandon ship! Check the code, men!
Wasn't that supposed to be Harry Styles?
I don't know.
Like your face.
You
It's
broke the
just Pirates of the
rules.
Caribbean.
You went to the above world.
A man was drowning. I had to save him.
This obsession with humans has
Yo, I know
Just wanna
him.
know more
I
about
forgot his
him.
name.
Ariel, don't!
That's a good flounder.
Child, I can help you. You can't live in that world unless you become a human yourself.
Is that even possible?
That's what I live for.
Is that Melissa McCarthy?
I think so.
Hocus Pocus CGI. Oh, that's a good shot.
Something about you seems different. I can't quite figure it out.
She got legs, you idiot!
What the hell?
He's a human. You're a mermaid.
That doesn't make us enemies.
Wow. Okay.
That looks fucking terrible.
Holy shit. Okay. You think so?
Yeah, like okay. It's like the CGI just looks like CGI-ish. I don't like it. I don't like the real well then again, I'm also not a fan of like the actual live action. Uh
Adaptations.
Yeah, like it makes the animals just look super hyper realistic in the sense of like I don't like it.
Now I get where you're coming from. Like with the Lion King when that one came out, the live action, it's like the hyper realism is cool when when you
It's
first
cool
look
for
at it,
like 5 minutes, yeah.
and then you realize it's like all this is made by CGI. The fucking show was animated, so like what are they doing here? Like I'm just watching a hyper realistic rendition of the original, and none of the animals are making facial expressions because they're really realistic. So
It's
yeah,
animation with extra steps.
yeah,
Like
exactly. So full context, I grew up with three sisters, and we all shared a room. Fucking poor. So they like loved this movie. So I was forced to watch this movie like more times than I'd be willing to admit. And I'll be honest, as a kid, I didn't see it as bad. Like it was actually really good. Um, like you said, the hyper realism's throwing me off. The Sebastian Scuttle. I just I don't feel like if I was in the theater, I'd be able to concentrate on the movie because of that. That keeps taking me out. But King Triton looks fucking phenomenal. I forget that actor's name, but he's amazing. I loved him in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, Dead Men Tell No Tales. Like he was a really good villain. I know he's been in other stuff, but is that the same guy from? I can't even remember the damn. It's an old movie, critically acclaimed. He's like a killer with a something. But no, great, phenomenal actor for that. So I'm glad he's getting work in here. Um, Melissa McCarthy, I'm not a huge fan of her, but Ursula, okay. I'm on board for that for her. I'm pretty sure Harry Styles was supposed to be Prince Eric, and then I think he got some backlash. I think that's how that drama went. So he dropped out of it. Um, and mistake me if I'm wrong. I think it was because he was white.
Do you mean correct me if I'm wrong?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm running on very little sleep, but it was because like he's white or something like that. I want to say this guy they got. He looks white too. He might be something else, but I'm not sure on that. But no, as growing up watching the movie, it does look interesting. I'm not gonna go and see it myself. Like I wouldn't just go to the theater and watch this myself. But like, if I were to go on a date or like take like go with my sisters, then I wouldn't mind seeing it. But
Yeah. See, here's the thing. I grew up in a household with no older sisters, no younger sisters. For the first 4 years of my life, I watched the shit out of the Little Mermaid 2. So like, I have no connotation for like this. Like I had like the Little Mermaid 2 is the exact opposite, where it's like a girl who wants to be a mermaid and finds out that her mom used to, is based on um Ariel's daughter.
yeah, yeah.
Spoiler alert. Um it's based on her daughter where she wants to be a mermaid and she wants to see the sea and she wants to, be out there. And like with her, like that's how that went. And it's so weird to me seeing it from this perspective. Like I don't know. I hyperrealism just really isn't for me.
Now
I just
that's really fucking interesting that you're seeing it from that point of view because most people have it's the opposite. They've seen the first one, but they've never seen the second one. Like with me, I've seen the first one, never seen the second one, but my sisters seen the second one, and they said that they didn't like it based on what you just said. How it's kind of the
Oh, it's
opposite.
like the different story.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. They're like,
they-
well, she.
instead of Ursula, they got Mersula or
Yeah.
whatever. And it's her sister.
Yeah, it's like her daughter's going through the same issues she was going through in the first one, but she's not. She's being hypocritical about, her daughter's issues. I think that's what my sisters have talked about. I don't know. This is like 10, 15 years ago that my sisters told me about the second one. But yeah, again, I wouldn't go see this movie out on my own, but it does bring up kind of some childhood memories. I know there's a lot of controversy around the casting. I think it makes it's not out of nowhere. I'm generally a person, as me being, African American and Mexican, even me saying this, I tend to like it when they just keep the source material as close to the source material as possible, even when it comes to races. Like, if they're white in the source material, keep them white. If they're black in the source material, keep them black. But I think in this aspect, it can, in the way that they try to pitch it, it does make sense because this is a fictional world. I know, but it's like the Caribbean or the Caribbean around there. The people that live on those islands around there. Obviously they're not white. I'm pretty sure if I'm not mistaken, this happens in this fictional world around that area. So it would make sense that the mer people or whatnot of that area are they're not white, right? They're actually the ethnicity of the of the actual humans that live around that area. I don't know how that would make sense, but I guess if you think about it like that, that's why, at the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck about, like I said, again, I try to want them to stick to the source material, but at the end of the day, if the performance is good and everything, I mean, who cares in the end? But yeah, that's my thoughts.
He's lying, audience. He's a white Caucasian male in his 30s.
So some people would like to believe.
Yeah, no, it really has nothing to do with the casting. It's really more just the CGI for me. Just overall, I feel like the musical and like probably like the actual like soundtrack is gonna be fucking phenomenal just from the sounds of it, like her singing and stuff. But visually, I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just through and through. That's really it for me. I just it doesn't appeal to me. And like, don't get me wrong, it's I watch for a fuck ton of movies if you want to look, you know. Like I got them all, man. Like I even got fucking Ben Affleck's Daredevil up there.
Holy
Like, don't
shit.
get me wrong, I'm just a movie watcher. But this the way it looks really just it doesn't captivate me. But I do understand, like, you know, maybe this is really just more catered towards the younger audience now. Um, just so that way they can actually, you know, enjoy something new to them,
Hmm.
which is like something old to us. And
Yeah.
like maybe they just really like this hyper realism
But I
and
feel
they'll enjoy it.
I feel like with these adaptations, though, I don't think they're geared for younger audiences. I think they're geared for people who grew up watching the the animation, and they're trying to kind of get them back in as an adult, young adult, into like, oh, it's live action now, like it's an actual movie. It's your childhood animation brought to life, right? And I
They're
think
on fucking rocks if they think we're gonna like this. Like what the
yeah,
fuck?
it's the animals for me, and like a lot of Disney properties have animals in the way that the hyper realism. At this point, I mean, just fuck the realism. Like
Like
look,
if I want to see the realism in a, you know, I would go to Disney World or Disneyland.
yeah,
I don't want to see that. I actually want to see just a film as it is, you know, live action or not live action. I just hyper realism is just really not the way to go for it.
yeah. It's
Not
like
for this.
it reminds me of Sonic, the fucking Hedgehog, that movie. Like
Oh,
with
dude, the
that,
backlash! Like we as the internet whole bullied because I was in there too. I was like, man, fuck the way that Sonic looks. I don't like it. We bullied a whole studio into actually recreating that character from the ground. Well, not from the ground though, but it was kind of like just restructured him into
yeah,
like actually making it look like Sonic from the games, and they were like, it just looked perfect, and I feel like that's the best movie adaptation of a video game character
yeah.
as of
Oh,
right now. I mean, this is before, obviously, before you know, Mario comes out, which is due to come out next month, I believe.
yeah. But I just wish they would go more of that route where
Hmm.
we throw the hyper realism out the door and we focus on making the animation closer to the source material. That way they can emote, stuff like that. And it's like at the end of the day, the people that are fans of it, they're not gonna give a fuck about like if it looks too cartoony because it's coming from a cartoon. It's mermaids. It's not real. So like having the fish and the crab, like the
The way you
wildlife.
say it is just like this isn't a fucking documentary, is it?
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna watch this and then go jump in the fucking ocean and go try to talk to a crab. So like, just go all out with like making the animals and any of these Disney properties, any of these live action Disney movies. Just make the animals like stop with the hyperrealism, make them cartoony, and let your plot, let your script kind of speak for itself. If it looks a little cartoony, I mean, it's coming from a damn cartoon, so I think people will understand. But I know the Lion King got a lot of backlash for the hyper realism. It made over $1 billion, but
Mhm.
I know some of the reviews were like it's a literally copy and paste, but with hyper realism animals.
Oh no, yeah, man. I was in there. I was letting them know, like,
Yeah,
this ain't it, chief.
it's
This
still to
ain't
this
it.
day I haven't seen it. I love the Lion King. Top three Disney movies all time,
L-
but
The sad part is it has Seth Rogen in there, and I love Seth Rogen.
yeah.
So like, not being able to actually watch the movie, it hurts
Yeah.
because I'm like, that's Seth Rogen, man. He's fucking Pumbaa. Pumbaa's my favorite character. You know, apart from Timon, and like, you know, those two go hand in hand together. So
Oh
like,
yeah.
it's just like, man, like I can't even fully enjoy it because like just the hyper realism just throws me off.
Yeah. But you have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, if you want your kids to actually have an imagination, I would probably show them, like, you know, the cartoon. The Little Mermaid 2 though, you know what I'm saying? Little Mermaid 1 ain't it. That's my opinion though.
Yeah. Well, guys, thanks for watching us. If you agree, disagree, think our opinions are fucking stupid, comment, let us know. We'd appreciate a like and subscribe. We're just getting our channel, the Nocturnal Pantheon, getting it up and running and going. We're gonna be focusing on movie news, series, and video game news, as well as doing movie reviews, show reviews, stuff like that. Anything entertainment involved. But yeah, it would really help us out. But
Maybe with a dash of some gameplay. And as soon as we hit our goal of 1 million 1 million subscribers, we'll go ahead and get Robert that DNA test just to verify that he is not, in fact, a white Caucasian male in his 30s.
what all my Xbox Live friends thought before they seen a picture of me.
It's your voice. I swear to God.
Yeah, I know. I sound like a white guy. But thank you all for watching. Till next time.